All right, here we are at part two of maybe three. Hopefully, this is the last part. Hopefully, I can do all the rest of the. Probably not. We'll see. Um, of the minor arcana. I'll probably end up splitting them up in one more part. So, anyways, so here we have the minor arcana, the ace through the tens, and then after we get through all the ace through the tens of each of the suit, then I'll go on to the court cards, which I think should be in order. If not, we're gonna have a problem. So yeah, let me actually pause and check real quick because now I'm pretty sure I did not put the court cards in order. All right, so they are in order. I was just, oh my gosh, I'm like, wait, did I? Anyways, here we have the aces, the ace of wands, I should say, not the aces. I was gonna like what I called Mariella and do all the aces together and then all the twos, but no, let's go with the suit of wands, ace through 10 first. So again, here I like how you can kind of see how it's like it started here, turned to this, and then it became this. Like the fire started dying down, and here it's just small flames. But, anyways, moving on. You will see the design of the aces repeat again in the princesses, and that's very significant. And I think she explains it in the guidebook. So here we have the two of wands. Very different, but again, I do like how the colors are very similar between the two here. But here it's almost like maybe it might be because the colors on this are faded, and just from reprint and just copies of copies, the colors might have been altered over time. But the colors are described, in the in book T and Liber Theta, depending on the associations. But you will see that the minors also relate to the major arcana that are related to the astrological and the planetary signs. So if you go to your Emperor card and your Tower card, which is the Emperor is Aries here, and the Tower card, which is Mars here, you will see some things that are very similar within the three. Let me just cover these for a while so you can see what's going on with the Tabula Mundi, because it's quite interesting. Where the Thoth only does that with the colors, with the colors of Aries and the colors of Mars on the Tree of Life. Here she puts in the symbols. So first of all, I think the crook and the flail, I'm not sure where she got that from. uh, but you'll see the similarities here. Like I'm trying to find it. Here we have the eagle here. So it's like some of it's an homage, some of it's much more direct. You'll see I think you see it in the sun, like the pine cones are in the sun card along with the serpents here, the ram's horns of Aries. I'm not quite sure what of the tower is here. Maybe the eagle here. It's there also. It's like it's like an I Spy kind of thing going on there, with the with with the uh, with the minors here. But moving on. Let me flip that back. Just wanted to show you that, to show you like how much went into the Tabula Mundi. So yeah, here we have the three. So here the three of wands. Here's another card that I want to show. So the first edition of the Rosetta Tarot. Oh wait, no, it's not. Well, I think this one also too. The four and the three of wands are very. The saturation was altered here because here she wanted the black to be extremely black on the Rosetta Tarot in the first edition, because the first edition of Rosetta in the full size, it wasn't papyrus, it had these black borders. So let me see if I can find them real quick. Did I pass it? Did I just pass one? No. Okay, there it is. There's one right there. So you can definitely see the much more of a definition between the cards here. Let me find the four of wands. I think it's the worst in the four of wands, where you can see like how like you really can't see the twistiness in the wands there. Where is it? Nope, I probably passed it. Let me find it real quick. I should have found the cards first, Huh? Unprepared as always. Unprepared as always. Here it is. Yeah, look at that. So here you can actually see the definition in that. So I'm not sure if the mini is. I think the mini edition is still like this. I believe. I'm sure it still is. You can check online. You can check on her website. I'm sure she talks about it and she shares the images on that deck. Some sample images on the mini Rosetta tarot. So there you go. Just something to keep in mind because the colors were like kind of a disappointment on these. So you know. So yeah, so you can see again similarities there. So yeah, and then we have the bee from the Empress and the moons from the Empress as well, and then this compass here was from the Emperor. So there you see again the major arcana being referenced. Why am I grabbing that? Being referenced in the minor arcana again. Here you see again much more of a like similarities here. With the lion here. So yeah, the wands behind them, the 4 wands behind the giant staff one. I mean, let's be real. Look extremely similar. The scythes, obviously, she kind of just went full on just like with the Saturn symbolism there. Moving on. Here, not so much pink going on here. Not that I can tell. But, you know, here it's definitely pink. Straight up pink, but I think it's because back then they couldn't. Pink wasn't a color that, you know, they didn't have the right chemicals and the pigments for to really use pink in their art. So yeah, and here's something that I noticed with the Tabula Mundi, which I hope maybe in later printings she can fix it. But there you see those white things. That is the color being scraped off. That is from just shuffling and use. You can see it again here in the 7 of Wands. You can see it right there, right under that, right there. It's happening all over. You can see it. I think that's it at the top there of the. You can see those white flecks, just from use that they get worn out. You can see it here too. Just use just gets worn out. But I haven't had this deck for too long. When did I get it? 2017. No, I don't know when I got this deck. I'm sure it's somewhere on my feed. I can check and I'll put it in the comments down below. But yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment. Hopefully she can get a lamination that she likes to cover this art because it's such gorgeous artwork to me that I think, you know, it deserves to be protected even through use. So here we have the 7. I do love the dark purple, indigo, blue colors here. Here it's like almost black in the background. Am I missing something? Nope. Valor 7, 8. 8. There we go. I missed one. There we go. Yeah, I was probably off. Let me check. Yeah, that's 8. That's 8. Yeah, the rainbow. The rainbows. The rainbows are all in swiftness with light and all that, and the prism aspect of it. Here you have the Mercury sandals from, well, Mercury, the magician. Moving on. There we go. Got a little mixed up there. Here you have strength. Okay. Here the scroll and the blue colors and the moon crescent here are all from the High Priestess, and then the arrow with the sun and the eclipse, I think, is in Temperance, or the art card. So yeah, here we have the 10. Again, see the similarities. Thoth, Crowley, Harris decided to go more the Marseille way with their design. So yeah. Here we have the Ace of Cups. I do love how it's a shell, and then you can see like this red jewel here. But in general, it's just gorgeous. Also, interesting note, because I'm listening to the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast, I'm on the last episode now. The Ace of Cups was mentioned that in the Book of Thoth, it's not describing this card actually. Like it's a different card that they're describing, which is interesting to know. I wonder what that card looked like. Which I'm pretty sure there's a sketch of it somewhere. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. Here we have the 2 of Cups. Here the horses from the Chariot are here. Let's see what else. We have the bees from the Empress. So if you see bees, relates to the Empress. I do love that symbolic rhyming with the astrological associations there. So yeah, here we have the Three of Cups. I always thought these were grapes. Apparently, they're pomegranate seeds, which I'm like, okay. So, yeah. Here we have the Four of Cups. Ooh. Ooh. Don't be jiggling on me. There we go. So we have that wave again from the Chariot. So yeah, what else? And then the Moon from the High Priestess. Can't remember where the clam is from, but yeah, sometimes she'll throw in one symbol there. But then again, the symbols will repeat themselves in other cards as well. So here we have the Five. Again, strong similarities here. Here, the same color palette. You see very red for Mars, very dry for Scorpio. You even see the Scorpio sign here, and along with the Mars glyphs there. So yeah. I love the waters here in this Six of Cups here, with the red sky, with the sun. Again, the scraping. Again, lamination. It's not that bad. So yeah. Here we have the Seven. Again, you see that gloopiness going on here. Here, not so much, but you do see like a stagnant puddle, like drowning in algae and goop, possibly in the back. The pyramids are obviously a Scorpio death reference, but the moons are obviously Venus. But again, the moon is also for the High Priestess, but I'll make a video on the moon and Venus and the High Priestess and the Empress later. It's about something very interesting is going on there. But anyways, here we have the Eight of Cups. Here it seems like the dark doom and gloom is going on here in these two cards. But here it seems like, you know, it stopped raining. It's over. It seems like the sun will rise soon, you know. But here, you know, it's definitely very dark. Here we have the Nine. Very happy cards, very joyous. I do like the use of different types of cups throughout the Tabula Mundi and the different types of, you know, suit symbols. That's one thing that I love about the Thoth. It's like the suit symbols are all different. Here, instead of cups, they're actually poppy pods or opium pods. So yeah, here again, you see that Tree of Life theme going on here. So yeah. Here we have the Ace of Swords. Again, very similar. Very, very similar. In general, like you get the same design here. But again, the most similarity is between these two here. So yeah, here she added pyramids. I think she said, in Mel Maline's in the podcast said that she has this actual sword. I could be wrong. Or this sword actually, I don't know. But you can see the similarities between the swords here, though. So yeah, here we have the Two. Very green here, but here she goes for more the light blue and lunar colors. Here I think he went more for the Justice Libra. You see, I said it right this time. And here it's like a blend of the two, the green with the blues. So yeah. Again, why? Oh, it's because of the fucking charger. Let me see. I don't want to. Oh, whatever. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. I just got to make sure not to hit the charger cable because my phone's plugged in. Anyways, here we have the Three of Swords. The Four. Again, going more on the blues here. But here the greens really show up. The Five. Here we have, I think, well, that's strange that the eagle, apparently the eagle's supposed to be Aquarius, but the dove is purely a Venusian reference there. So, yeah, I think it's because it's 5, and the red sword is a reference to Gebura, which is associated to Mars. But anyways, enough of that. That's for something else. We'll talk about that in another video. Here we have the Six of Swords. I do like how exact the Thoth is here. It's like an exact science. It's a science, you know. Here it seems a little bit a bit off kilter, very much like a little bit out of control, but, I still see it. Moving on, futility. Here we see the most color similarities here. And here we have the Eight of Swords. I do love the use of like the reds here. Very dark. Here we have the Nine, probably like one of the more confronting and creepy cards in the Thoth system. It's supposed to be like poison and toxicity. It's cruelty, There's nothing nice about this. But yeah. Here we have the 10, Ruin. Such a negative card, and it's, and it's Gemini, so keep that in mind. I'm just kidding. No. So yeah. Again, what's interesting is that she didn't go for a Tree of Life design here. Possibly to like make it, I don't know, maybe to go for the Rider-Waite-Smith thing, so she didn't want to put too much Thoth, maybe. Anyways, here we have the aces of the Ace of Discs. The 2. Here she doesn't have the snake, but she does have the wheels here. You still see the figure 8 here with this ribbon or this rope here between the 2 wheels. Well, it's kind of obscured by the sand here. The 3. I do like the wasp here. Again, very like, insects I feel like are very underrepresented. Insects are very underrepresented. Is that the right word? I feel like that's wrong. There's a lot of underrepresentation of insects. There we go. Part of my channel is me learning how to talk. So yeah, here we have the 4. Here we obviously see a safe, much more of that, secure, keeping hold on your belongings. Here it's much more, the temple, it's much more evocative, I guess. It's not so direct as like a safe or a fortress, but this is like also a fortress here, but it's like, you gotta kind of like think about it, but it's like, you know what I mean. Here we have the 5, Worry. Much more red, orangish red. I think that's for the Taurus colors. But here, yellows and indigos and blues show up here. Here we have the 6 of discs. The 7. Again, the Taurus colors, she really focuses on those, making them pop out. Here it seems that she focused more on... This is supposed to be Saturn. Yeah, Saturn. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Saturnian, like, black colors. Thoth. Crowley did. Harris. Here we go. To the 8. Again, like, straight up the same thing. She just threw on an owl and made the flowers into eggs and nests. And here she repeats that here with the eggs in the nest being warmed by a lamp. Here we have the 6. Here we have the 9. Again, much more liberty here with the beads here. So yeah. The 10. Very similar. Just again, she removes the Tree of Life design, except in the Ace of Cups. It's the only one that she really keeps that Tree of Life design going on there. But here she brought it in for the Tabula Mundi. So yeah, and here we have. Oh, it's my neighbors. I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? And here we have the quartz, which yeah, I am gonna have to make it into 3 parts, or hopefully put it into. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if I can make it one big video. So yeah, because my camera cuts out at 21 minutes, and I don't like the jump cut that it makes. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next part, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Bye.